Hey guys, it's Oak. I'm back again with another video. This time I'm going to try to tackle Warrior. Had some requests. I think I'm going to start with Fury first. So I'm not that familiar with this one, so we'll see what happens. But let's get on with it. So as usual to start, we'll do a /GSE. Open up sequences. Go to new. This one is going to be Fury. Let me drag this to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go Oak, Fury, single target. Now I've looked up on Wowhead. There's apparently not a lot of difference between single target and AoE. From what I can tell, it looks like single target just uses Slam as a filler instead of Whirlwind. So might be able to get by just making one sequence, but I'll go ahead and make two since it seems like it's just going to be a copy-paste situation between one and the other. Let's go to our first tab. We'll go ahead and start with our housekeeping block. So we're going to go ahead and put a target enemy no harm dead. We're going to put a start attack. And I'm going to put our Impending Victory on a mod key so we can hold control and get a heal. And then I'm just going to go to Wowhead and follow the priority list. Let's put a Rampage up at the top. And then let's create a priority loop. So we'll go to loop, create a priority loop. We will make it reverse priority. And we'll start filling things in. I'm going to go ahead and put Impending Victory on every line. Probably just about every line, maybe not every line, but we'll get in there quite a bit. So I'll start that out like this. And then I'm going to put another Rampage in here. Since Rampage requires Rage, I can go ahead and put it towards the top, and it just won't go off if we don't have Rage. But it's also good that we spend our Rage as soon as possible, at least from what I read on Wowhead. So we will let this go off in combat. So let's get that out of there. And then we'll move to our next block. So according to Wowhead, it says our highest priority is Recklessness. So let's go ahead and put a Recklessness. And Recklessness is a buff, so we want that to only go off in combat. Now Recklessness is off of the GCD. So we can go ahead and move down to the next line in this same block and just add another ability since Recklessness is off the GCD. But while we're here, we'll go ahead and put Avatar on there as well. Alright, so we're at 137 characters. After Recklessness and Avatar, it says Rampage is our next highest. So that's what we got here. So I'm not going to put another line with it yet. But what I will do is I will go ahead and add Recklessness and Avatar to this block. And just hit save. So even with all of that, we're still only at 182 characters, so that's not bad. So it says our next highest priority is Ravager. Now I'm trying to make this so it works for multiple builds. So if you don't have Ravager in the build that you're playing, it will go to this block, try to use it, but obviously you won't be able to. So it'll just keep going through the sequence until it finds something that it can use. So it's going to try to use it, same as it will with any block in here. And then it will just use whatever the first thing is that it comes across that it can use. So for Ravager, it is a targeted ability. So we're going to have to put an @player on there. So I'm going to do the same line as this. I'm going to put it here, and then we're going to put Ravager. And in the conditional, put a comma, and then @player. Alright, I'm going to copy this line and go down to the next line. According to Wowhead, says the next ability would be Thunderous Roar. Thunderous Roar is also a buff, 1.5 minute cooldown. It, however, is on the GCD, so we will have to put it before these off GCD abilities. It is on the GCD, so we can't put it after something else and expect it to go off. Alright, so we have Thunderous Roar here. Whoops. That is not exactly where I wanted it. We want it to be here. So it's in this line. You can see on the right here that that whole line is cast, no mod, alt shift, combat, no channeling, Thunderous Roar. And it goes on to the next line. So let's copy this one, go down to the next line. Thunderous Roar is also set that it'll only go off if we're in combat, so that's the way we want it. Next line is Champion Spear, which is a lot like Ravager in these situations. Now, while I haven't played a lot of Warrior, one thing I do remember is that throwing a Champion Spear at your feet sometimes does not feel good. So what I would suggest is putting Champion Spear on a mod key. We're already using the mod key control, so I'm going to put Champion Spear on the Shift-Alt mod key. So I'm going to go here, Champion Spear, and instead of this saying no mod, I'm going to make it say mod, colon, Shift-Alt. So when you don't put a line between it, then it means you have to use both Shift and Alt to make it go off. So if you're not putting a slash in between it like this, if you put a slash in there, then it'll go off if you're holding either Shift or Alt. So, and for this, I'm going to do at cursor, because sometimes you want to put your cursor out in the field and drop a Champion Spear to pull mobs back into it. Let's go ahead and save. Copy this one since that doesn't have all the mod keys in it. We do have more characters in this line. So because this is on a modifier, we can actually put another ability in here that's not on a modifier. So the next highest priority according to Wowhead is Odin's Fury. So we'll go ahead and put Odin's Fury in here. It is on the GCD. So we'll go ahead and try to fit it in like this. I don't know if we're gonna have enough character space. Oh, we do. Wow. I'm very surprised by this. Seems like I've used a lot of characters so far, but ODYN''S Fury. Odin's Fury. So let's go ahead and save that. Now technically, if we really want to make sure Champion Spear goes off by holding Shift Alt, we could actually put it on other lines like this too. Yeah, I think that'll be fine just doing that many. All right, so next down the line is Execute. So we'll go ahead and copy this block again. And we'll make a new block in the priority sequence. And we'll change out Thunderous Roar for Execute. All right, let's go ahead and save that. Next block is Bladestorm. Let's go ahead and put a Bladestorm in here. Save. Next block, according to Wowhead, is Crushing Blow. After that, we have Onslaught. Save. We do want this sequence to reset on combat, so I'll make sure that that's hit here. Do another block. Bloodbath is the next one. Next block, Raging Blow. And the next block actually has Execute, then Rampage, and then Bloodthirst. So we have Rampage really high up in the sequence. I don't know if it's necessary to put it again. Same with Rampage. So let's just put a Bloodthirst here. And since this is the single target version, the next block will finish this out with Slam. Let's go ahead and save this. That seems like a real big kind of a kitchen sink sequence. You can see our compiled actions are 157. That is quite a bit. We'll try this out and see how well it works, but we might need to figure out a way to trim these actions some. So we have it saved. We'll close this. We'll keybind it. New. Put it on our left bracket. Oak Fury single target. Click save. And close. And close. Now I have charge on a separate key, so I can charge into the dummies. And then start the sequence. Now you can see that this character is 469 item level with what's equipped. I know my stats are not perfect either. So it's definitely not a geared character that I'm trying this out on. I'll be honest, I don't honestly know exactly what I'm doing with the warrior. I know how to push buttons, but this is basically a baseline. If you play warrior and you know the ins and out of the class, you can go in this sequence and try to tweak it to do everything best. You can see it's casting everything. I'm not sure if it's ideal though. Alright. We don't have a way of losing health to show that the Impending Victory mod key is working. You just have to take my word that if you hold control that it'll go off. What we can do is, let me actually go to the single target build for this, the one that's on Wowhead. Alright, we're going to charge in. Try things out. Now, I'm going to show you that Champion Spear works, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to throw it over at the training dummies back here. So, do that, I'm going to hold down Shift-Alt, and you can see Champion Spear went to where my cursor was. Apparently it threw a weak-aura error. I don't know what that's about. I don't make the weak auras, but, you know. There's that. So we got this put together. I'll let you guys try it out. You can give me some pointers and stuff if you like. Warrior is not my priority, so I'm putting this together for all of y'all who have requested it. But let's go into our talents. So we switch back to the Mythic Plus build. Let's open up GSE and make an AoE version. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go into sequences. I'm going to change the last two letters of this to AE and then save. As soon as it shows up over here, I'm going to click on the AoE version and I'm going to change that slam to be whirlwind. Let's go ahead and save that. And I need to keybind it. So new keybinding. I'm going to make it the right bracket. And then Oak Fury AoE. And close. Now I'm going to charge into these dummies back here. And start the AoE version. You see it got a whirlwind off already. There's another whirlwind that got off. Yeah, it's doing about 400k DPS. Like I said, I don't know if any of this is right. But here you go. This is a sequence. I'll show you the breakdown in details. I don't know if this is right. So yeah, I'll make an arms one soon, and I'll make a prot one soon as well. We'll see how they do. But yeah, go ahead and try this out. We're now posting sequences on wago.io. There is currently a bug on wago.io that makes exporting the sequences from the website not import correctly into GSE. So on my wago.io links, I have put an alternate import string in the description of the links. So even though the import sequence button is not working correctly, Tim is working on that, but you can copy the string from within the description. So I'll go ahead and get this out there as soon as I can, and I'll work on arms and prot soon. Keep in mind that War Within is out in literal days, so when that happens, a lot of my time is going to be spent in game trying to level my characters. So, but yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd feel like this is working all right. But yeah, your mileage may vary, and yeah, obviously my character is not ideal, so we'll just go over here and we will do an outro. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe, it really helps me out. And finally, I love when you comment down below. So if you have any questions, you can do that. There's several places that you can ask me questions directly, mainly the GSE United Discord. But you can also do comments on either Wild Lazy Macros or even wago.io now. So thank you again, and have a great day.